Changes to come, 'cause the light's just around the corner. Life must go on.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel down below and turn on your post notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So on this channel you can expect to see videos like these and also makeup tutorials. Now in today's video I am going to be showing you guys how I created a faux loc. This is going to be a butterfly faux loc using my own spring twist. I did it myself from regular conical and braids. If you have not watched that video as yet, please check out that video. I'm going to be linking it in the description box down below, and I'm also going to leave it at the end of this video so you can click on that link to see how I created my own spring twist that I'll be using in this hairstyle. So I am starting off first of all by sectioning my hair, and I'm just going to be making some regular braids or plait. So I part my hair into small parts, small sections, and I'm using the Creme of Nature edge control onto my roots, and then I'm going to do a regular 3-strand braid or twist or plait, and I'm going to stop that like halfway through, and then I do a regular twist all the way through to the end. Ensure that the ends are properly detangled, and you also want to ensure that your natural hair is properly moisturized underneath the protective style that you'll be doing as well. You have to take care of your hair no matter what you're going to be wearing, whether it's braids or your natural hair. You still want to give your hair some love, and I'm going to show you what I use in my hair in a little bit. Now I'm just going to continue doing a couple more plaits until this is all done. Now I'm just taking out a little section at the front or the edges just so I can create a little bit of edge when I'm done. This is totally optional. If you want to take up all of your hair in the plait, that is 100% fine, but I like to give it a little bit of swoop. I think it makes a difference, and it does give the hair a little bit of edge when you're done. Alright, so just a regular braid, stop it maybe about 1/3 or halfway through, and then split the hair into 2 halves and do a regular twist all the way down to the end. And that's all there is to the hair itself. And then I'm going to show you how I move on to the other step using the braids. Now if you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and drop your comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of it. Also remember to share this video with a friend. Sharing is caring, and by sharing this video and spreading the word, you'll actually help me to grow my channel. Alright, so I use the Maui Moisture hair mask, and I also seal in the moisture using some coconut oil, organic coconut oil, onto my hair. And now for my scalp, I'm using the Jamaican black castor oil. This is the Shea Moisture brand that I'm using, and I always like to oil my scalp when I'm doing any styles like this. It prevents your scalp from becoming dry and itchy. And these are the braids or the hair that I was telling you about, the spring twist that I made from scratch using regular hair like this. So this is just the regular X-Pressions braiding hair, and I'm just cutting small pieces so that I can start off the base of my style. So I'm going to be using a crochet needle to attach this to my hair, and as you guys can see, the plait is not tight. The hair can slide under the plait very easily. There is no tension on my scalp, and the braid doesn't have to be in any specific order. As a matter of fact, you don't want to have the ends feathered out. The blunt the ends are, the better for you, because if the ends are feathered out, you're gonna have to trim it off to further achieve the style, and you'll see as I go along exactly what I'm talking about. Now for the spring twist, I'm just separating it and opening the curls so that I'm able to wrap the hair better once the curls are opened. I'm also going to attach that to the root of the hair as well with the crochet needle. And this is why it's important to not do your hair too tight, because you should be able to glide the hair and the crochet needle underneath the braid without any tension on your scalp. Alright, so once I put the hair through, I'm going to hold on to one end, which is going to be the shorter end, and I'm going to pull it to ensure that I have a longer end on the opposite side, and the long end is what I'm going to be using to do the wrapping. So I'm starting at the roots, and you can wrap it around your roots as many times as you want, depending on how tight you want your hair to be. I want my hair to be 100% tension free because I want to be able to, you know, do different things with the hairstyle, and by ensuring that the roots are not too tight, then the hair would be flexible for you to move it about without any tension on your scalp. Now as you can see what I'm doing there, I'm inserting my thumb and I'm wrapping the hair around it to create the butterfly effect. Then I just pull the thumb out and continue wrapping. Now as I get to the end of the braid, I just bend it upwards and I continue wrapping the curly hair all the way until the hair is finished. And just like that. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit in the interest of time, but I'm going to slow it down to show you how I pieces the curly hair in the event that the hair is finished, the curly hair is finished and the braid is not completed. I'm going to show you guys how you can use the hair to pieces and continue braiding so that it looks seamless and it doesn't even seem as if it's a different piece of hair that you join it with. Alright, so one thing to note when you're doing this type of hairstyle, please do not wrap the hair too tight. If you do, your braids are going to be very stiff when you're done. Mine was semi-flexible at the very initial stage when I just finished, but I realized that after a day or two, it was super flexible. So now I'm piecing the hair and I'm just grabbing it with the base hair and using the other end to continue wrapping. Just as I started off, it's the same way that you add the piece, but of course you're not going to use any crochet needle to attach it, so you just hold it into the hand that you already have the base hair, which is the braid, the straight braid, and then the opposite hand will have the curly braid that you're going to be using to wrap the hair. Now, because this was my first time attempting to do this hairstyle and I have no previous knowledge, I wasn't sure how far I was to cut this hair, so I use the entire thing, and I'm going to show you how I cut it once I get to the length that I will no longer be needing. So I will not be making a blunt cut, because if I do that, I'm not going to have enough ends to wrap the end of the hair. So I'm going to show you how I cut it without making the ends blunt. Now this is pretty easy. If you're somebody who learns quickly, this will be a stroll in the park for you. But if you're somebody who takes a little bit more time, then you might need some practice to actually get into it. But once you start to do a couple of it, you get the hang of it and it becomes easier. So if you notice what I'm doing with the scissors, I'm just running it back and forth because it is very sharp, so it actually gives it like a razor comb kind of effect. So the ends are, you know, not blunt but like feathered out, so that there are still ends that I'm able to wrap and it still looks seamless. So far I am loving what I'm seeing. These are the amount of braids that I've done so far. You guys can see how flexible they are. I can move them back and forth without any tension on my scalp, as you can see. And I'm going to finish the rest of the braids off camera, and I'm going to return to show you guys how I finish up the style. Alright, so to the hair I am going to add some mousse, and what the mousse will do is to tame any excess frizz. You can actually get away with frizz or flyaway hairs in this hairstyle because it is a distressed faux lock look, so any flyaway hairs will not even be noticeable because the hair itself is messy. It's a distressed look, as I mentioned, but the mousse still does something. There's something about braiding hairstyles, when you add mousse to it, it just makes a difference. So I'm adding mousse to my hair, and now I'm also going to add this oil mist to the hair for added sheen as well. And then I'm going to be doing a little bit of edges. So the hair is very flexible, and surprisingly it's also very light. I wasn't anticipating it to be so light, but then again I did not use a whole lot of hair and my sections are not so small. I hate to do small sections because they take me forever, so these are pretty much medium sections, and this was done in like no time. I was surprised at how quickly I was able to complete this style. Now to do your edges is 100% personal. It is optional. It is based on your preference. So if you don't want to do your edges and you want everything to be neat into the braids, then fine, go ahead and do it. But I like a little bit of edge because I think it always looks edgy with a little edge, and so I'm doing my edges. Now on top of the styling gel that I just used, I'm also using this freeze spray. I love using the freeze spray on top of the gel. I realize that it actually gives my edges a better hold. My hair has a tendency to just coil back or just to revert, so by using this it actually stays in place. I didn't even tie my edges down. I just used the gel and the freeze spray, and it stays in place. Now I'm just adding some accessories. This is also optional. If you don't want to add accessories to your hair, you don't have to. Also, you don't have to use gold accessories. You can use silver, you know, brown, whatever it is that you want to use. Now for this gold lace, I'm just making a loop at the beginning of the hair, and I'm going to use both ends to wrap it around the braid. I'm doing it as closely as possible. I don't even know what kind of look this is, but it's something that I really like, and I thought I could achieve the look using the braids. I think there are some accessories that you can buy to just slide onto your hair that actually looks like this. I didn't have any, so I'm just creating that look using the lace hair. And I'm doing this all the way down to the very end, and when I have a little piece left, I'm just going to make a knot, and then I'm going to clip the edges off, or the excess end off. And that's it for accessories. So now I'm going to do my makeup, and then I'll show you guys the final look. And there you have it. This is the final look, and I think this is such a beautiful look. It is so elegant. The hair is a bit messy because of course that's the look I'm hoping to achieve, and that's the way this hairstyle is worn. But I think this bob cut was so beautiful. It's not too long, not too short, and I think it was so cute. But I want to know what you think. Please comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with a friend. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.